Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today I'm talking about the two stocks that I did buy this week. And in general, there was quite a few opportunities out there that I was like, they were tempting me. I was nearly buying a few other ones, but I kept it down to two stocks this week. The reason why I kept it down to two stocks and didn't get tempted in by the other stocks is just because it's getting a little bit more volatile, and as well we've got earnings season over the next 2 weeks coming up, and I want to have a good cash position ready for them earnings. I don't want earnings, and we saw it with Fastly this week. I would know where it drops 25%. If something happens in earnings, I don't want to be there going, I shouldn't have bought them other stocks last week, I want to have the cash ready to buy them. It's why I've been trimming a few positions recently and getting that cash pile still. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting for earnings season, and if nothing comes up from earnings season over the next 2 weeks, then potentially I will go buy a few of these stocks that I didn't actually buy this week. But yeah, overall my priority is still on that cash pile for the next 2 weeks, and then eventually there's a few of these stocks that I would go buy. A couple of them stocks were someone like Boohoo. They're getting back to pretty decent prices. Someone like Hollywood Bowl, HUYA, I might have bought that one, as you guys probably know, and Gang, them sort of companies are still pretty cheap at the moment that I want to buy. There's a few companies I'm watching as well that I don't own. So yeah, there's a few companies that will get to really attractive prices for me. We'll see what happens over the next 2 weeks. I do have the cash to go buy them if I want to, after not buying so much this week. But if you do want to keep up to what I am buying, when I'm buying them, when I'm selling things as well, join my Patience group. There's a link in the description. In that group, we do portfolio reviews. We do a little mini series that's exclusive to Patreon. There's a Discord group. I do regular posts on there, post when I'm buying, when I'm selling. So I think it's great for whatever the price is. And if you want to start investing, there's a link in the description to a Trading 212 account where you can join through there. There's also a link to an eToro account as well, which is a platform not many people do talk about, but it's a decent little platform. So if you want to get started, there's 2 links to some brokers down there as well. But we'll get stuck onto the 2 stocks that I did buy this week. So we'll start off with my UK stock that I bought this week, which was Legal & General. So I did buy some Legal & General this week, and I've not bought any since I first bought my position, so this is my second time buying it and adding into that position. I actually increased my position by quite a bit. I increased it by 3 times of what I currently held, and the reason why I bought more Legal & General, first of all, very broad portfolio range, very solid company. Even though it's never going to be a game changer like some of my other companies in my portfolio, like Gang or what have you, or anything like that, what it does have is fantastic, and I don't see it going anywhere. So it's not going to be exciting on the share price front, but it's solid what it is. And I'll be honest, I got in it for a dividend play. Now, I actually, as well as being a dividend play, I think that it's also a share price play as well. Even though historically the share price doesn't grow absolutely huge on this, we talk about 10-20%, something like that every kind of year, not a huge amount. When you look at how much it's been taken off because of COVID and the valuation now, it's probably a little bit too sold off. So even though I'm not in it for the share price, I do expect at least a 50% share price gain on the share price where I've currently bought. So there is some kind of share price play in there. You can see that from how much it's sold off, from its P ratio, that it's pretty cheap. And I think when people see the dividend on this company, they'll be really attracted into it. Like I say, on the dividend wise, it's obviously the attractive thing. I think it's about 8% right now dividend yield, which is really good. I kind of got back into this company because I got paid the dividend from the shares I had, and I was like, that's a really good dividend, what is it? And I checked and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. So that's really how it came back to my attention. So yeah, I thought I'd get some more because of the dividend as well as the share price increase. Not too bad on the balance sheet front as well, which isn't too bad, and also on the insider front, and not too bad as well. So overall, yeah, I got it. Legal & General, very safe company, a little bit of a share price play, and it also has that little bit of dividend as well. So happy to pick this one up going forward. And the second one is a growth stock, and you guys know which one this is. I dropped a hint on the video this week. I did buy a little bit more HUYA. Anything under $24 is a pretty good buy in my opinion for HUYA. I actually managed to buy this one in the $22 range, which was even better. So kind of brings my average down a little bit, and if we're honest, we didn't really expect this drop. Really, it was kind of going 24, 25, 26, 27. It was going up on the share price front, and only recently we've seen a big massive drop. And obviously the drop has come from the news of the merger, which in the short term was not the best for HUYA because the deal didn't really favour them too much. But in the long term, merging with your biggest rival and not having to compete for a lot of the streamers is definitely going to benefit them, and get obviously HUYA, the biggest streaming platform, but having Do You under their name as well is only just going to help them as well. So fantastic. For HUYA, like I say, valuation, I've got a complete video on HUYA if you've not seen it, but really quickly, the valuation on HUYA, very cheap. You look at the forward P, a growth company, 30% growth company trading at forward P of 22 is extremely cheap. Obviously what happens now is what they do is streaming, so you've got the growth of natural esports, which would be great. You also have the new console cycle, so that's only going to help HUYA going forward. And what HUYA are going to achieve is they're going to achieve probably 30% revenue growth. They make profit already, but profit's going to grow 30%. And also, as well as that, it's also got a very clean balance sheet. And the company that's behind the merger, which is Tencent, might be very tempted to actually do a little bit of a buyout of HUYA. We'll see. If not, I still believe the share price will go up because of the growth that they've got with the esports and the streaming and the new consoles. I think it will be massive for HUYA going forward. So in the long term, HUYA, 2 to 3 year hold, I do expect 100% return off this one on the share price side of it. So yeah, sometimes it takes a while for some of these Chinese companies to wake up. You look at JD.com, took 2018, it was just sleeping, and then as soon as it got to 2019, bang, it went off and won. The same for Tencent. Alibaba this year has just woken up and gone on a massive run. Eventually HUYA is going to be one of those companies, a Chinese company, that people see and like, oh, I'm getting into that one, that's really cheap, and they will explode at some point. And like I say, I think it will be probably in 2021, maybe in Q2, Q3. I expect people to, when the earnings come out, I expect people to kind of realise how good this company actually is. So yeah, I did buy a little more HUYA as well, and at these current prices, I probably wouldn't mind buying some more. So we'll see what happens. Like I say, all depends on earnings going forward. But yeah, those are the two stocks that I did buy this week, guys. One for like a bit more of a dividend play, value play, and this one, obviously HUYA, was the growth stock that I added into. So overall, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, you can smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you next video.